doesn't touch oak.
That's right, folks. US. It cannot be a bourbon unless it touches oak. Welcome, everyone. It is Wobbly Player Syndrome and hints of how to drink a bourbon. That's right.
G'day, Gee whiz, you're sneaky.
Yeah.
I didn't even get the Twitch notification.
Oh, well.
I just got it just then.
Looking at clocks? What the fuck is that?
Got him! Yeah! Welcome, folks. It is a Warhammer 40k podcast called Wobbly Player Syndrome. It's a hilarious name for a podcast. If you disagree, move on. Welcome back to the crew. We're just the four this time. Our special guest last month said, nah, I'm a one-shot wonder, and I'm done. So we just got these guys.
Given that I was off with him in Victoria, I can empathise with him deciding that he's too tired.
People listening, that is, of course, Radio Mike having a yarn man. We've got Safe Work Mark.
Hey, everybody. We've
got Pronto or Adam.
Hello.
And, of course, you've got Red Belly or Greg. Your choice. We're not going to tell you what Greg / Red Belly. Is that my pronouns? I don't know. Let's not do that. All right. Podcast night. Yeah, we're back on schedule. It is the second Monday of the month, so we're all doing things correctly, which means this must be full of wisdom as we are checking out 10 items that we think, that has been raised within the group that can improve the game of 40k. That is thanks to Anthony, who used to be on this podcast a lot, so we're going to do his job for him and talk about his wisdom and take it for our own. Unless it's wrong, and then it's all his fault. But first, we'll get through the regular stuff, which is the new releases. Actually, there's been some cool stuff, so we'll get that to Radio Mike to tell us all about it.
I was going to say, some of the cool stuff I don't think actually came out. It was a preview. But yes, I believe we first and foremost, we had like the Kill Team Tomb World thing. That looks kind of interesting. No, that's out now, isn't it? No, because the Knights are the pre-order now, Greg. I think you'll find.
The Knights are the pre-order.
Or is it still up for pre-order? I don't know. I didn't pre-order that, so I don't know if that's shipped or not. I just know that the next pre-order is already out.
The Tomb World Kill Team comes out on Saturday.
See? Pre-order.
So it's 2 weeks pre-order.
Well, I think you'll find that I've decided that, nah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah. Okay, yeah, cool. So we got the Kill Team shit, the Battleclade, the Raveners, the Tyranid Infestation, the Sisters, Novitiate Squads, and the Orc Commandos. We got the classic Eldari. Huh?
That was all pre-order. The only good stuff that came out, Vulcan Hestan. That's it.
Isn't he on pre-order?
No, he's sitting up there waiting for me to paint.
I thought the Space Marine... Oh, I'm thinking of the other Space Marine shit. The fucking Lysander and...
the new guy.
The new Shrike.
Yeah.
Whatever his bloody name is.
The other Shrike said, no, I quit.
Yeah, I literally just disregarded the Salamander stuff as being part of the Space Marine release that comes out this weekend. Last weekend.
Weekend before.
Codex doesn't exist.
Yeah. No, it does make me wonder because they've hinted at new rules for the Raven Guard and Iron Fist. No, what are they called? Imperial Fist, but nothing about salamanders.
Yeah, God knows, man. So there, we had the made to order for the Emperor's Children and the Eldari. I think is happened. Obviously, they haven't showed up because they take like fucking 6 months to show up.
You see, the Space Wolves are the new made to order. Just throwing it out there for anyone Space Wolf player.
I did see that there was something about the Space Wolf made to order, but I don't think there's anything in there that I need. So I didn't.
Oh, it's more aimed at the other person who's just been painting a lot of Space Wolves.
Have I missed it?
No, it's
the originals.
It's the Saturday preview that came out today. It was the made to order, so they'll go on Saturday.
The Sunday preview.
Well, it came out today because I was looking for it yesterday. I said, "Where's the preview?"
Is that in the Sunday preview? Because the Saturday preview is Imperial Knights and Space Marines.
That wasn't preview. That was the actual order. Yeah. Anyway, stuff is happening, folks. Let's jog on.
Yes. Sorry, you're asking me to look shit up, and I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, that's in the Sunday preview, which is at an indeterminate time in the future. That's not come out yet, Mr. Pre-orders don't count.
That's right, they don't.
Announced. That's not even a pre-order.
I know. You're welcome. I'm going to move on.
Yeah, if we're going to be like that, I'll start talking about Blood Bowl Season 3.
I can mute you. Yeah.
Or 10 years of Sigma.
Yeah. So I'm allowed to talk about all the new Votan stuff that came out because it is absolutely out now.
True that.
Because it was pre-ordered at the last podcast.
Yeah.
So, because I've been building all that shit.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, you got the weird strategist guy who unexpectedly can only join the Steeljacks.
They're the tall robot dudes?
Yeah, the tall robots. You got the tall robots and the weird guy doing the I'm going to make a deal pose.
Yeah.
He can only join the robots.
Fair enough.
And then you've got Mr. I Kill Tyranids. You've got the evaluator dude
From
with
the
the
inside.
with the big mad scientist gun.
Yeah.
You've got the Chthonian Earthshakers with the big artillery guns that fire downwards. And then you've got the little Capricuses, which I actually really like because they didn't do the stupid the whole thing balances on a wheel.
Yeah.
Via a single piece of plastic on top of a floating wheel. They actually have a solid stand in the middle that's like a big chunk of plastic that's then kind of hidden by the rest of the model around it.
Nice.
So they don't break instantly like the Pioneers do.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then we got the Combat Patrol and dice and shit like that.
Meh. Falcon's out. Falcon Hester's out. That's all we needed to hear. More than once. All right, we'll move on to the hobby progress, and we're starting up with Adam. He has been busy.
I've got to look at. Well, I've been playing Space Wolves apparently, because I'm looking at them all over. They're sitting all white at the moment, but I've been going through my characters of Space Wolves. The only one I don't have right now is Ajax. However, he may be coming very soon. I'm really happy the way that Logan Grimgar's Battle Axe came out, as well as my Wolf Priest. I've been trying to do more attention on the beards and the faces on them. So yeah, I'm slowly working through my Space Wolves and everything like that. The white bases with the bluish grey looks actually quite good, I think.
It's triggered about
So
this.
are you doing like the old baking powder and PVA, or what are you doing for the
No,
snow?
that's snow terrain from AK from Ronin
okay.
Games. Not a plug.
But contact us if you want one.
It's a big plug. But also I watered down some white paint and tried to get some white paint into the ruins to make them pop on my Terminators.
Yeah,
I think it
like
is.
the way that looked, actually.
Yeah, and I was quite happy with the Stormcaller as well. So
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed the way I'm going at the moment on the Space Wolves.
It's been good.
Don't pick them up and look at them like 1 inch away. Look from about a meter, and they look fantastic.
Yeah, tabletop ready.
That's all we need.
Yeah, it's the tabletop rule. They're looked at from 3 to 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And if they don't look good, that's the first ones to run out and get killed. Oh, they're off the table. Oh, dear.
Yeah, they're all characters at the moment. That's the worst thing about it.
All right. Then the other hobby progress we got is Michael.
I'm not sure.
Basically, all of your new releases are up here.
Yeah, I built a bunch of them. I don't know if I've posted pictures of everything that I've built, and I've started trying to put more paint on the lizard men because I figure I should try and actually paint one of the million teams that I've assembled.
That works.
In fact, my desk is covered in lizard men right now. I
Yeah.
actually did a bunch more progress on the Inner Circle companions this week, but I didn't actually post any pictures of them because I'm an idiot.
I didn't see any, so yeah, fair enough. I didn't paint anything. I've a bit of a hobby dry spell at the moment, just trying to find momentum. So we'll fix that.
Another feeling.
Yeah. Not quite as bad as 9 months, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
yeah.
Still got time, mate. Still got time. I am excited. I do have Vulcan Hestine I want to paint and put some time in. And so I've got a few characters. What is it? Lord of Poxes. That sounds weird. And Araman. So 3 characters should get me excited. Woo! That's all. Right. Should we go to battle reports? We got 3, but only one of them, someone who's on here, was there. So we'll start with that one.
Oh, I didn't post about my game of Blood Bowl. I posted the results in the thing, but I didn't actually post anything about it.
Yes. So I had a game with the Death Guard running the zombie horde. I can't remember what the detachment's called, but I did end up having 70 Poxwalkers, I think it was, versus Anthony's... What did he run? Grey Knights.
Grey Knight.
That's right. So it was a Grey Knight, new Codex, and Death Guard, new points. And in the end, I've worked out the only thing I ran that had new points was 1 character. I went, oh, okay, everything and nothing else changed. So yay. Sheer numbers of zombies make a difference. They just kept coming, and then they reappeared behind him. There was some really bad rolls that didn't help. And that was much joy. I can't remember the score. I'm trying to look it up, but I'm looking up at the wrong thing, which is handy. 76 to 51 was the end up being the score. Yeah, Death Guard are fun. I do enjoy running the Poxwalkers. That was a bit interesting. I think a different army, like a more shooty army, or one that actually rolled hits, that wouldn't do so well. He was very unlucky with his rolling. But they just kept going. It's good. No Mortarian in my list. I even ran a Hellbrute who lasted less than a turn. So
Well, he valiantly sacrificed himself to save the zombies.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't help that the special mission was the night fight, so you can't shoot anything outside 18-inch. So that gave me a chance to be in his face pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that did help. That is that game. The other games, we're going to have a quick look. I do know there was a Deathwatch versus Eldari match, and Anthony was playing Deathwatch at that point, and it became a very one-sided event for the Deathwatch. The Deathwatch guns just took down all the Eldari. So Deathwatch seemed to be quite a powerful team, considering that where they're on the win-loss ratio, they're quite low down. But I think it's more that not many people play them. So they may look like Blood Angels on the image. Yeah, they look like Blood Angels, but they're played as Deathwatch. Because it doesn't matter what color they are; it just matters what detachment they run. And the other battle was Deathwatch versus the other army. What did he run? Was it Blood Angels? Oh my god!
Because it looked like
Or was it
Deathwatch
Sisters?
versus Deathwatch.
It looks like a Grey Knight.
Oh, it was. Yes, it was the Grey Knights. I think it was before the new Codex. Deathwatch versus Grey Knights, and I believe the score was 400 to 1 to the Deathwatch.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think Grey Knights were in single figures.
Yeah.
What Anto said.
Yeah. So it did not go well. It would have been good to see him here. Just let us know how the Codex runs. Hopefully better than the 400 to 1. That's not a real score. Don't try and work it out. Someone math hammering. No, that's not how it works. Yeah. So there you go. That's better reports. Yeah.
And I got a game of Blood Bowl in against Nathan. My Gobos versus his Black Orcs. And to summarize how it went, I lost my tree. One of my two trolls went down before the game started.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that kind of summarizes how well the game went for the Gobos.
Oh no.
We got taken to fucking pieces. I could not roll to save my life, literally. So yeah, I did not win.
But you have qualified for the wooden spoon now.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, highlights.
The highlight was my tree man getting fucking annihilated on the blitz action from the kickoff table. and just getting ruined before the game started. And then my second one failed its really stupid test like multiple turns in a row, while my goblins tried to run around in circles trying to keep the ball away from the black orcs that were chasing them. It was like a fucking Benny Hill scene. Eventually, they got ran down and got beaten up, and then I valiantly made an attempt to catch the ball carrier, only to realize I thought the wrong guy had the ball. And I had gone after the wrong guy, and it was a hell of a game, eh? We were talking about the new Blood Bowl that's coming out and how it's got tokens on it. And Nathan's like, I don't understand the point of the tokens. I'm like, I don't know. One of them is to point out who has the ball. I could have used that.
Do they have the little model of the ball that sits on the base?
There is a little model of the ball that sits on the base, but when it is in the middle of a cluster of like 6 black orcs and goblins, I lost track of which model had it on its base.
Yeah, like clip-on flag.
Yeah, normally I can keep track of these things, but for some fucking reason I thought this goblin had it, and it wasn't. It was the goblin next to it.
Nice.
I mean, my plan to take out the ball carrier didn't even work. It was only after it failed, I was like, I attacked the wrong goblin.
Well, it's a good thing that didn't succeed.
Oh, man, it is possibly the dumbest thing I've done in Blood Bowl in my life.
That's a big call, Blood Bowl and Goblin.
It's pretty much on brand for Blood Bowl, though, is dumb stuff. Like,
and I was playing goblins, like, my fanatic, because I had a fanatic because I was playing goblins, he just kept moving on either side of the players he was trying to get to. Like, there were multiple turns where he went, all right, cool, and sidestepped the guy I was trying to get him to attack. Then I turned him back the other way, and he sidestepped the guy again. And then I turned him back towards the guy, and he sidestepped the guy again. And I did that multiple turns.
Because he's still a random move, guy.
He moves in one of 3 random directions. Yeah. But you get to move him 3 times. So he just danced around the one guy.
Nice.
My chainsaw guy fell over and cut himself in half.
Like Blood Bowl.
Good times. Yeah. I was so excited because the Goblin Doom Diver that you can get is really cool for throwing, but my trolls got fucking annihilated before I could get the Doom Diver to the trolls.
So it reminds me of my first game of Blood Bowl, where half my team, just running, all broke their legs.
Yeah. It was also, we also rolled a double 1, so it was snowing. Oh no, it's double 6 is snowing. We rolled a double 1 or 6, I can't remember which one it is, which means that it is snowing, so you can't throw the ball long distances, and you have negative modifiers to go extra squares. So it was also bad for a team that wanted to try and move the ball around quickly, as opposed to the orcs who just wanted to walk over me, pulverizing my tiny little goblin butts.
Oh.
Well, technically you are food.
Yes. We were food, not friends.
Nice. I do miss Blood Bowl. Right.
That's why I started painting the lizard men.
That was my team. I still have mine somewhere around here. They're converted ones. Yeah, basically cut off their bows.
I've got a converted set of lizard men that I did the same thing with back in the day, and I also have the old metal ones, and these are the new plastic ones.
Yeah. Nice. All right. We're going to have our short break, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of why
with no paid sponsorships, Twitch. None.
You tell them, Steve Dave.
Do we look like we get paid for this?
Yeah.
Subscribe now.
In the grim darkness of the far future, your wardrobe is probably pretty boring. Fear not. Red Belly has unleashed a range of grimdark merch, perfect for hobby nights, battle reports, and every roll of the dice. Show your colours, wear your war stories, and help support the word of Wobbly Player Syndrome. Join the cause, wear the legend, scan the QR code, or check the links in the description. Forge your style.
My ones just read fuck.
Yeah. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. No, we do not have those dice for sale.
I should have them.
Yeah, you can buy dice with that written on them down
Yep.
at your local Fishwick.
That's what the other side is. Yeah. Welcome back. We're going to talk about stuff.
It says here that my Deathwing have to nibble you.
So stuff and things.
Stuff and things. We're going to talk about stuff. We all know that 10th edition is coming to its end. No sight of Drakari before that happens. But, you know, who wants Drakari to come out with a book that makes them decent? It's fine.
Nope.
The Combat Patrol box is no longer for sale, so that does indicate something's happening. They're being wiped from the universe. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
It'll be a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
There's the new Christmas battle box.
As long as it's not the World Eater treatment, that'd be
25th day of the Advent calendar will be a new index Drakari.
a new index. It's not even a Codex, it'll be a new index.
They're going to October you on that.
It's fine. It's fine. It's the only one I'm missing. It's pretty much the only one that's missing, isn't there? Everyone's got their others. Yeah, apart from the spin-offs.
Yeah, like that and demons.
Yeah, demons aren't getting one.
I will not let them live this down.
Demons should.
Agents of Chaos.
Yeah,
The Agents of Chaos.
that should be anyway. Off track already. Haven't even got in started the topic. We're already off track.
We can't even put the
#1?
train on the fucking Drax at all.
No, we don't need.
We left the station backwards.
Just a completely wrong station. All right, so what are we doing? 10th edition's coming to an end. Feels like a good time. We've talked about it many times, but Anthony put pen to paper with a keyboard and put down his 10 things that should change in the newest edition of 40k. And we're going to have a look at it and see how mad he is, or see if he's an actual fucking genius. Who knows? We're going to want your involvement too. Let us know what you think will happen in 10th and what you reckon should happen in 10th. All right. Is the stage set? Shall we move on? All right. Number 1. I feel like I should do the old David Letterman thing. I'm not going to.
Then we need to go backwards.
Yeah. Well, number 10, I think, is the most controversial one, so we'll leave that to last. Number 1, Codex-specific objectives, meaning a number of objectives of just basically for your army get shuffled into the objective pack. So you have a chance of pulling out one, say it's a Salamander one. Burn the Eldar Child could come out. It's very specific Salamanders and things like that. Gives more flavour to your army because, you know, you're actually doing an objective that's based around, you know, what a
I like that.
Death
I
Watch
agree
might
with
do.
that.
Yeah, no, like
good.
we actually used to have stuff like
did.
that.
Yeah.
And I do actually like this one, but like any good flavor, it would also add salt because tournament players would not have equal objectives and they would get fucking turbo mad.
True.
And balance would be very hard to maintain with that. Because you'd have, what would happen is people like GW would sell a pack of cards for these, and then
yes, they would.
and then it would be, oh yeah, no, throw these ones out of your pack.
They'd
deck building.
ideally put them in with the data cards.
Yeah.
So,
Ideally.
Yeah, that one.
So yeah, it's like I like the idea.
But they ain't going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to do it.
Well,
The tournament scene's got too much pull.
Yeah, as you said, they have done it before.
As a casual player, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if they did it as a no tournament, not for tournament use type thing.
I was going to say, what I could see them doing is putting this into the Crusade rules.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. And then, but put them in as a Crusade book that could also be used in casual gaming. Yeah.
I am surprised that we haven't tried to do a Crusade.
I'm not, because we keep going, we should do it. And that's as far as we get.
We tried one
We're
in
going to make a band.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we tried one at 9th, and I've been speaking to Greg about it, and I'd really like to change this, the slow grow, but not a slow grow per se, but your army, but slowly grow it from like
scenario based. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I absolutely just sidetracked this immediately.
Yeah.
Speaking of sidetrack, Black Swords just pointed out, just piped up and said, honestly, I hope the rules are not really changed. 10th edition is all right. Maybe 11th edition is more like 10.5 instead, and we don't need to redo all the codex. Previous codex could be used until a 2.0 is released, etc. at Maybury. Totally agree. I think 11th edition should just be an update, not a refresh. 10.5. Because I think 10th edition is in a good space. There are some things that piss me off, but I'm an angry man.
You just don't want to go the way that it was last time with the last edition. And here's the last codex. 2 weeks later, pre-order at 10th. It's just like,
yeah,
couldn't even play my game.
that was brutal. Yeah. All right. So I agree. It shouldn't be a reset. And I'm hoping, I think if they go by their cycle, it shouldn't be a reset because I think.
I mean, haven't they done a reset? I was going to say, didn't
they
they do a reset in 9th as well?
No, 8th was the
like
reset.
I thought they were resetting 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Oh, I don't remember.
I honestly am having trouble remembering. Yeah, but I thought
8th was a reset.
I think they have because I remember indexes being issued.
No, I remember we could use 8th edition codexes during 9th.
8th had
maybe
physical indexes that were like, here's the book
of
like
the book
things.
of the index. Yeah.
Yeah, and then 9th had separate army indexes, and then 10th did that again.
Yeah.
But they were free indexes.
Since they're free. They've been free, but since 8th they've reset every edition.
That's shit.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's a
10.5. Yeah, they never used to do it. Like, how long was it without a reset before 8th?
Yeah.
Like, we had the same basic rules, and you could reuse codexes since fucking forever.
Well, that's why we're here talking about what they should do. The 10 things that they should just keep on. Like, we all agreed that the flavour...
We're all agreeing on the one that's not in the list.
Yeah.
Well, the
Number 11, hashtag. Yeah.
The flavour and the objectives per codex... I think we can all agree that we'd like to see it, but we probably won't.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be driven by tournaments. We won't see it because you're right. It will be unfair advantage or they'll be blacklisted, and then if they're blacklisted, they won't get the same sort of sales from it, and it becomes deck building.
Yeah, the casual player must have a bit of sway because they've got the money and they slowly build their armies, so... It wouldn't hurt making a casual
players
army.
than there are tournament players.
I just don't know how many are prepared to fork up for a set of objective cards that can only be played in Crusade.
I have a bad feeling that your flavor of the month player who buys a new army every 3 months when they rebalance the game is one of the main targets.
Yeah,
because he's buying.
Yeah, these dudes who are dropping 20, 30K on models a year.
Even I don't do that.
They'll go after their whales.
I tell you what, I saw the price for the Secretary robots and I went, holy fucking shit. Glad I got Gap Games discount. Jesus. Nice plug. You're welcome. But they are expensive. Yeah, so. Just a little rant. Side rant.
I think we've covered off the
covered
first
under
one.
We like it. We think it would be great. We don't see it's going to happen because it will ruin tournaments' lives. Cool. Number 2. Less shots and less attacks in shooting and fight phase. It is total overkill at the moment. A hard yes for me.
Yeah, I do agree. Like the fact that I'm getting a bucket and rolling for Tyranids is a bit ridiculous, if I'm honest.
I mean, it's wild because some armies have very few fucking attacks, and then some just have 6 billion.
Yeah.
So I part of me is like, well, not every army needs less attacks, but there are some armies that could certainly do with a few less.
Yeah,
I agree. There's some armies, their shooting is just like Oh, 3 hours later. What turn are we up to? Turn 1.
Yeah.
I haven't even had a go
I
yet.
think
And then you get some
Actually,
others with the melee ones. And you
my
go,
other
so this guy
bugbear.
should be having multiple hits. He's only got 2. So I agree with Michael.
So my other bugbear with this one is the fact that you get to shoot every single weapon on a model in one turn. So
Every single non-pistol.
So you're sitting there.
But
Well, I mean, you look at a repulsor as an example.
My God. Repulsor Exterminator.
Yeah, and you're rolling 15 different weapons, and naturally nobody ever remembers all the stat lines for them. So it just slows the game down massively. Let them make it just like, pick one and go with that.
Yeah, I think what also makes it worse is the keyword sustained hits. So you might start with 5 shots, but you could end up with 15. And you sort of go, oh my God, I'm now rolling 5 dice to hit, but 15 dice to wound. And I'm just going,
I don't know, like having like the exploding wound type deal like that, I'm not so bad with. It's just, as I said, when it's 50,000 dice in the first instance,
that's if I added one to this, mine is there's too many weapons with too many keywords of sustained, lethal, and devastating.
I don't mind the keywords and the weapons. It is a bit of a nuisance how many of the new generation of vehicles have 1 trillion guns.
Yeah.
I did kind of like how the new Votan vehicles in this new wave don't have 1 million guns.
Yeah.
They're like little things with like 1 or 2.
Yeah. And it keeps it manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also it totally throws out all the old shit. It's like, oh yeah, I could take a Lehman Russ, or I could take a fucking Rogel Dawn, which has 1 billion guns.
Yeah, you don't take Lehman Russ because the Rogan Dawn has the weaponry. I don't want a Rogel Dawn. I'm not a fan of it.
I like it. It's just part of a design thing that I find it slightly annoying.
Yeah, the glass bottom.
See-through.
All right. So what's our consensus with number 2? I guess we agree that there's too many shots.
I think so.
I don't think it's total overkill, but I do think it needs balancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too many shots on the vehicles, but as what Michael said, and I agree, some armies that don't have that much hit or in the fight phase.
Yeah.
They've got to look at the fight phase ones as well. Yes, twin link, but the aggressors don't punch, as we're saying.
Oh my God, I hate that rule. Fuck.
I
have 2 fists, that means I'm twin linked.
Yeah, but you only get 1 attack. So you can't sit back, well, it should be 2. Yeah. So they should look at that.
Yeah. And if they're going to have a gun that does 14 damage, maybe not give them 6 shots. Yeah. Yeah. So, always fun to roll dice. It is, to a point.
and that leads us neatly into number 3.
Oh, number 3. All right, I'm just putting it up into chat so everyone can see it and have their own opinion, but ours is right. Never more than rerolling just the ones. There are way too many rerolls. Now, if you remember the selling point for 10th edition, less rerolls in this edition.
There are less.
No, there isn't.
There was a fucking truly ridiculous number of rules and unit abilities that gave you rerolls for days previously. Yeah. It is pretty bad right now, but I disagree with the basic premise that it should never be more than rerolling once.
Yeah.
Like a chaplain should let you reroll the attacks in close combat. It's what they've always done. Not always.
Yeah,
maybe an exaggeration for effect.
I think they just need to be greatly reduced. Like I'm not against a reroll here and there, but when everybody and his dog is getting 17 rerolls per round, it's ridiculous.
Faction ingrained into the faction, so every unit has inbuilt rerolls. I'm sort of going, oh my God.
We need to get back to accepting the roll of the dice.
Yes.
Being able to go, oh man, this unit can re-roll their attacks.
A uniqueness.
That should be awesome and cool, and something like one of your units can do.
Yeah. Have a uniqueness. It's actually go, oh, I can actually do something, as opposed to it's just expected. It goes back to how many dice you're rolling. Yeah.
Or if the model is on an objective and they didn't move that phase, re-rolls 1s and 2s, but not if the model is facing north and the main unit is facing south, re-roll all wounds. It just, something, just put a bit more flavour in the re-rolls.
Yeah.
If at any point you kneel, your opponent wins the game because Cetra kneels to no one.
So, what's the point of having the CP reroll when there's so many stuff that's got the inbuilt ones? Like the Power Fist, the Twin Linked one. Sorry, that bugs me so much.
Either that or make the rerolls more entertaining, that if you re-roll and you get a 1, a vortex swallows the unit that you've re-rolled on.
Nice. Just quickly in the chat, Black Sword's wondering...
Do you really want to re-roll?
Do you think simplifying profiles like they did with the intercessors, like the troops, to do with vehicles, so that meaning all the additional weapons that you can add onto them, it's just keep it simple? Is that what you mean by that?
No. I like being able to have options on my vehicles. It bugs me when a vehicle is like, this vehicle has frag grenade launchers, and it has 2 Iron Hail heavy stubbers, and it has the turret gun, and it has the torso gun, and it's got the little gun that the guy hanging off the bottom of the truck fires with his penis.
Yeah, no, they have to have the options in there, because if they didn't, then you'd have a data card for every variation, which then you could have 12 intercessors, 12 repulsors as opposed to only having 3. So, but I hate the power leveling thing. If you're going to add something to it, it's got to cost you. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't like power levels.
Joker says, so glad he doesn't have to worry about rerolls in my system. That would be Horus Heresy. Limit reroll once per turn. I'm okay with that. Makes you choose what you really actually want to spend your reroll on. Yeah, well, that's what you're spending a CP for a reroll, right? Failed rerolls give your opponent an extra CP. Yeah, interesting.
As I said, I like my vortex idea. Bring the template back and make it rove around the table.
Or even to the point of, yes, you have rerolls, but you can only, in a 5-turn game, you can only reroll. You can do 5. And if you fail it, it's gone.
I like 5 fate dice style.
Yeah.
You're describing Blood Bowl rerolls.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, you got to put, but your Blood Bowl, you got to buy those rerolls.
Yes, you do.
You'd be sitting back, you're going, I'm in turn 1. I'm not going to reroll that. Or you could just blow all 5 rerolls in turn 1. Stuff it, Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan of what Mark said. We've just got to learn to take the roll.
Yeah, you've got to learn, accept the result.
Yeah.
So I've come up with a name for my vortex rule: Cicatrix Malefuck you. and basically it just involves every failed reroll is another vortex added to the board that roves around deleting everything.
And within the owning your rolls, I have embraced the losing of the rolls.
Excellent. We should play this game. We should try this.
There is a plan to try these rules in a game. So
yes, I'm going to have fun with that one. I'm going to break out scatter dice just for that.
Nice. Bring back the scatter dice. Yes. All right, so I think we'll agree rerolling ones would be better than as opposed to rerolling everything. And there's a lot of rerolls. Maybe
I don't
make it more an event to reroll.
Yeah, I don't mind it being like a reroll anything, but there needs to be more kind of consequence, and it can't just be like every unit gets.
So there is one that they did put a limit on the CP reroll. You can't reroll every dice roll you roll. Like morale, you're not allowed to reroll, for an example.
Well, it used to be that they would limit it A, you were limited by your CP, and B, you could do like one attack roll,
it's
one
once
wound
per
roll.
phase.
Once per phase,
And,
you can use that
I
CP.
don't believe
yeah.
they've changed that.
No, they haven't changed that. But the inbuilt for the factions have got too many.
Yeah, one that really shits me is you can re-roll all the hit rolls and then re-roll all the wound and then re-roll all the damage, and you're like,
Yeah, and essentially
That's
One
too
or two
many
roll.
rerolls.
yes, and that is the thing.
Then you
And-
get people of fish as well. Try and get those lethals or the devastatings.
Yeah,
Because it's not reroll or misses, it's reroll or dice.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Does Oath of the Moment need to
I thought it
change?
literally says you can. I thought it literally says you can reroll failed hits, not that you can just choose to reroll all the dice.
No.
I'd have to check the wording on that.
Yeah, it may be
'cause
some
usually
may,
I've
some
seen the
don't.
wording is failed.
You got to look because some will also say or, some say and. So yeah.
Yeah,
Lots of rules say different things, which is
Yeah.
not fucking great.
No, but there, you can fish
Oh.
if you may have hit, but you want to get that lethal hit. You go to reroll those hits, which I disagree with. If you hit, you hit. Move on. All right, number 4. Thanks for moving on.
Better
All right, I got to read better. Oh, morale. Here we go. Better morale rules. If broken, cannot advance, cannot charge, can only shoot closest unit. There should also be a heroic pass and a total failure. Double 6 heroic pass, for example, gives a bonus to some. I think it's meant to be something. Maybe cause fear to nearby units. These guys are mad and they make me scared. I think we'll agree. Well, I agree with myself that morale is pretty shit in this game and has no real consequence.
it's been pretty shit for a long time. Like, I actually kind of preferred how 7th did it.
I
Fourth did it.
actually don't dislike the way morale works now. It's if you fail, it's quite punishing in a game where you're relying on stratagems because you can't use them.
Yeah,
And it
but
also you can use morale to push people off objectives. That's what it's for. It's hard to make someone fail, though.
yeah.
Like, it's not necessarily an active choice you can make to make them fail.
Yeah, and I see the problem that you have with morale is it's also really hard to balance against like the lore and everything like that, because like if your units are constantly breaking and you're like, well, they're space marines, they shall know no fear.
But that's
all that.
made up by their leadership value being the best in the game.
I mean, not always. In previous editions, they literally couldn't fail the checks.
Yeah, I know.
Or
I
if they
remember.
did,
It
they
was-
would back off, and then they would automatically pass the check.
So yeah,
So they have made them high leadership and immune to morale.
Yeah. But in 10th edition, they've got the best leadership. I think maybe the Custodians have the only one that's got better.
But you also have other factions that just ignore it. Like Necrons and Nids. Historically have just ignored
they've written the
morale
synapse
mostly.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like it's not just Marines that are kind of taking the piss with some of the morale stuff.
I think for me, I feel that morale should play a bigger part than just. Now, I'm putting this into a game that if I've got Drakari and Chaos Knights whose special abilities are to make you break. But that doesn't always have a really great thing in the game plan unless because you just turn around, you still shoot me with all your dice. You still hit me with all no negatives to your abilities. You can still stand up after you've been shot, even though you're terrified and sort of go, well,
But we won't be re-rolling our dice. We won't be getting extra.
You won't be using
wounds on
stratagems
our
to re-roll,
saves.
but
We
your
won't be
faction
getting all that
can.
bullshit. Yeah, you'll get your faction stuff,
Yeah.
but you don't get all of the crazy stratagems that a lot of people build their game around these days. And that's not as much of a problem for us, but I feel like that's more of a problem for competitive people.
Yeah, for competitive people, for us. I think the simple
actually
fix
kind
is
of
you
like
can't
the
use your
idea.
special skills. The one that's on your data card, you don't have access to it if you're broken.
I mean, that would actually also be good.
Yeah.
Because it's the same kind of thing. Like, they're still there, they're still able to fight to their basic ability, but they don't have their crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I like that idea.
I think that's the simplest one to do it. Yeah.
What about if you, instead of it all just being stick all the time too, we added, like, say you destroy another unit, do you get a bonus for having high morale?
Get a +2 morale.
Well, I mean, previously the bonus that you received was the other unit going away.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes,
that
you
was
do
awesome
that.
Fun.
But if your grots go and kill a unit of orcs, they're going to be pretty pumped. You know what I mean? Like,
Snotly bases take down Terminators. They were the game player was pretty pumped.
Within that, Mark, the Space Wolf's boasting, that's part of the boasts. You kill something, you get a boast for your army, and 3 they automatically. It builds your oath, but it's called boasting. So
okay, nice.
You go straight above, and next thing you get +1 to strength, +1 to AP, and it becomes a super thing. Yeah.
Just before you move on, I was going to go to chat.
I was going to say the Inari basically had that ability when they wiped people out. They got to do extra turns and shit, and it made them broken beyond words.
Yeah. All right, so from chat, we got Black Sword. Fail morale, unit moves 2d6 towards deployment zone. Old school rules. I'm not against it because I loved, in hand-to-hand combat, I love that part where you could try and chase them down.
Yeah, sweeping advance was great.
That was fun. Fleeting unit has to pass another morale next phase. If they run into another unit, they are wiped. So we're talking old school. If they hit
that's just second edition morale. Yeah. That's
can't
all
shoot, can't charge, can't make OC until they pass morale check. Yeah, that's old school rules. I'm not totally against it, but I think the easiest fix is just get rid of your data card ability.
Yeah, I agree. Get rid of the data card abilities. Get rid of, if they are broken, they don't have lethal hits, they don't have sustain, they don't have precision, they don't have anything. They just have the weapon profile.
Yeah, but that sustain stuff like that is in the weapon profile, so that becomes
then all the keywords disappear. If broken, all keywords disappear.
Yeah, it gets a bit messier.
No, not really.
It's more things to pay attention to. But like, I don't think we should bring back the old second edition morale because it was always a fucking swingy pain in the ass when your opponent did the minimum number of casualties required for you to test, and your leadership 10 gods of the battlefield rolled a double 12 and they flee off the battlefield, causing a chain reaction of morale failures that causes you to lose the game on turn 2.
Yeah, I remember that.
It introduces whole kinds of swing RNG that I've been on both sides of.
Yeah, I remember playing orcs.
I think this
snakeskins next to the blood axes next to the goths. Yeah, sorry. Joker suggests broken. You hit on 6s, so you're overwatching, shooting from the hip while you're broken.
Yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah, it could be it could have as much just be -1 to hit while you're broken.
I mean, you could give them the old bloody Dark Angel rule. We used to have to make a check whenever we got within 12 inches of an opponent. If we rolled a 1, we couldn't move, but we became stubborn. So if they fail, they just go to ground and they can't move, but they can still do things.
Yeah. So overall, personally, I think the morale does need to be improved. I think the simplest fix is the data card one. I do know what you're saying about the swing, about running away, but I did love and hate it at the same time playing back old school.
Yeah, it was swingy, but it was entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in combat and you're broken, you need to do a breakout test, and that's not healthy for you.
Yeah, like it made sense that people would try and run out of combat when they broke. Like that made sense.
Yeah.
And that if they fucked that up, they would all get killed.
Yeah.
But getting shot at and then just turning around and running away because 2 of your invincible Marines died. Yeah. It was a real feels bad moment.
Yeah. No, it could be just you're suppressed instead. It's good. Help.
The other question is the thresholds for needing morale. Because, when you've got units of 5 models, losing 2 is
Don't have to take morale
not the
for
same
2.
as
You
the
lose 3.
squad losing 10 models. You know what I mean? Like,
It's when you lose half your models, so you'd have to lose 3, not the 2. So when you're losing half your squad, you just get a little bit concerned, especially if that person next to you was Adam. It's, oh shit, that's all I got.
And I do feel like half is perhaps too high a threshold. Like, one thing that I do agree with back from 2nd edition was the 25%, not 50.
Oh yeah.
Like if you lost 25% in one turn,
Yeah.
you had to take morale checks.
Yeah.
Of your current number, which I think is probably a better number than when you get to 50% full stop.
All right, so I think morale could have a bit of a tune-up.
it needs some work.
At the very least, it needs a tweak.
Right. Anyone else talking in chat? No, that's the last one. We're moving on to the number, whatever that is. 5. Overwatch back to 12 inches. 24 is silly.
I don't get this. I mean, Overwatch is firing at a unit that's charging at you.
No. It's
Is it?
actually not anymore.
No, if you see a unit move.
You can choose to fire at a unit that's charging, or you can fire at a movement that that has moved.
Yep.
They changed the wording of Overwatch.
Yeah, so it's
And it
before the
doesn't have
move
to
or
be
when
the
they finish
unit.
the move. Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be the unit that's
in
charged.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it doesn't have to be the unit getting charged. It can be the unit next to them or behind them.
So,
Yeah,
so
someone
I'm,
within
I'm-
range.
24. Yeah.
So again, I mean, if you're playing that on a unit that's not engaged, it's not being charged. Why do they have a range limit all of a sudden? Like, are they wearing sunglasses?
I think the idea is so that a unit on the other side of the battlefield can't overwatch those guys charging in there.
Yeah.
Well,
Like the tower
Maybe.
doing at one point.
well, maybe they need to tweak Overwatch so that they're not able to do it from a unit that's not being charged or something. You know, like.
Well, I actually liked that change because my brain started in 2nd edition where Overwatch was a status that you entered
Yeah.
and you could fire at things that moved.
But you
If
had
it
to.
moved out of cover,
So
you could shoot it.
you would
Yeah.
cover a kill zone, yeah.
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 But you weren't able to shoot in your normal shooting phase. You'd be going, I'm going into Overwatch.
Yes, you
Yeah.
forewent your shooting in order
Yeah.
to enter the Overwatch state.
And then you would fire during
Drop
the
my toothpick.
movement phase of the following turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually don't dislike Overwatch as it currently stands.
Yeah, like, but as I said, like, I don't see the rationale for a 12-inch, like, to limit the range on.
I think the idea is that only people who are really close by should be doing it.
Yeah.
So you're
I
not
like the idea of bringing back to 12 inches because there's nothing worse than having a melee focused army and you go in, next thing you lose your unit straight away, boom,
Yeah.
gone.
Because you've been shot
And
at
you're like,
twice before
I'm nowhere even near you, and you're just blowing me off. It gives the or berserkers would love it because they'll just get closer to you at 12 inches. But that's the thing you've got to question yourself. But I'd like to go back to 12 inch. I don't care. I don't mind the other unit. I saw you move. I can fire on you now. But 12 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 inches just basically takes it out of the movement phase. Because you're probably not going to be shooting at things that are just moving. Because they're not going to be.
Well, that's the tweak that they've made.
12 inches
You can
away.
either overwatch them before they move or when they've finished their movement. So if they're moving 12 inches, you can't move after they've moved 6. You have to wait till they're gone for the full 12. I like that tweak because, you have to choose. Or if I go Overwatch, I can't see him. And by the time he gets into me, like in charging, I can shoot him, but only with my pistols now because he's in close combat with me. I don't mind that little tweak. We've got in the chat, Overwatch should be on the charge only. And Black Sword, how about we meet in the middle and make it 18?
I agree. It should be in the charge.
People should be using cover.
Yeah, and that's where the starting and the finishing. So you can run between buildings, from building to building, and not fear from being overwatched. But then we'll talk about terrain.
it also does slow down the movement phase because you're like, now I'm moving these guys.
Are you going to Overwatch? Yes. Because, yeah.
Move.
I mean, it doesn't really, because if you
the
start
person's paying
moving them and
attention.
they want to Overwatch them, they'll say, "Oh, I want to Overwatch those."
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So I don't think we're rushing to change the Overwatch rules as a group.
No, I mean, I'm okay with them as they are.
Shorten the range.
Yeah, I don't have anything against shortening the range.
I don't mind it because it's like once a turn. Like when you could do it with 1 million fucking units, it was much
it's
worse.
a good point. It is once a turn, not once a phase. So if you do it in the movement phase, you cannot do it in the charge phase.
Yeah.
So it is limited in that point. Yeah.
It punishes piecemeal charging. You know, you should get multiple guys in there because then you're not going to lose all of your attackers because they can't shoot everything. They can't shoot us all.
Number 6 is about the charge phase, so we'll move on. Number 6. Charge phase. Double ones always fail and cause damage to unit. Double sixes give a bonus of +1 strength, for example. I agree with double ones should always fail. Should always be a fail. Absolutely.
I mean, you didn't before.
What?
When you kept charging my grav tank and rolling double ones and failing,
Yeah.
it was -2 to the charge range.
No,
You were
that's
not
different.
a fan then.
No, that was different. No, I do like double ones. Again, take the result, and double ones should be fail. Unless I'm playing
I'm
against
not
Michael.
usually
apparently.
a fan of like critical fails and critical fail and critical success rules.
I don't know. I mean, if you're two inches out from a unit,
Yep.
a roll of a double ones is a pass.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah, it gets you there.
Yeah. It's funny when you're like 1.5 inches out because you can't be closer, and then you roll the double ones, but that was lucky.
Like, I mean, if you're 9 inches out and you roll the double one, I'm more than happy for you to have a critical failure there. But like if you're in, you're in.
Yeah,
Inch or a mile, mate.
I don't agree with the damage to the unit. I like the double ones as a fail, regardless. But I just like
Yeah, I
seeing people fall
wouldn't.
over.
I don't object necessarily to double one. You just don't move at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, taking damage I think is excessive, and
Yeah.
gaining bonuses for a double six I think is excessive.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
agree with that one either.
Double one fail. Even if you only needed 2 inches, double one is still a double one.
Yeah. Double six as well. Yeah. You just get to brag. Especially when you only need 3 and you rolled 2 6s. Yeah, well, that was wasted. Bastard.
Now I'm going to go, oh.
Yeah.
You
In
run a lap.
As I'm doing it, I'm doing interpretive dance as I go.
Yeah,
And I'm going to pivot.
Yeah.
You
I'm gonna
go
pivot,
see
and I'm
dough
gonna
into
pivot.
combat.
Black
My
Sword agrees.
outriders
Double
do
ones.
doughies, then they charge you.
Black Sword agrees. Double ones always fail for sure. There you go. Yeah. It's all right. We got all the rerolls, remember? Fucking.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was a quick, short one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, nice. And on to
Yeah,
vehicles.
I don't think they should change it.
I think double one should be fast, so we're 50-50. Yeah. And since I've got the
Yeah.
record button, I win. Number 7.
Not,
Oh, sorry.
at least not the way he says it, anyway.
No. It's excessive for the pain. Yeah. Number 7, vehicles. The weapon on a vehicle should at least needs to be able to see the unit is shooting at, like any other unit. This is the right arm sponsor shooting the left-hand side of the vehicle.
See, having
My objection is
been-
to like any other unit because they do already operate like every other unit.
because every other unit does exactly the same thing.
Oh, it
But-
could be.
But I've been
Yeah,
in
I see what you're
arguments
saying.
where the left sponson line of sight was being checked with a laser, and
this is
things
why
like
it's
that.
changed, I believe.
And I've been on both sides of that argument being yay or nay, and it was just never a feels good moment for anyone.
In Apocalypse, I got called out because I had the wrong model of Land Raider, and as such, I only had a 90-degree arc on my side las cannons. If I had the other type of Land Raider, I would have a 180-degree arc on my side sponson las cannon, because you couldn't physically spin the sponson back through the full arc it was supposed to have because it was the wrong model.
That's a bit much.
That is a bit much. I don't mind the current one. I have heard some true bullshit going on with the current one where people have been moving their guns into different positions on the model and then measuring from the new position of the gun to get around intervening models.
So Blacksword's just put this out. Hang on, can you guys give me a refresh? Do you do the shooting of a weapon by the base or by the weapon? It should always be by the base. Measuring is from the base. It's in the rules.
Well,
measuring is from the base. Line of sight.
When it was a vehicle and you didn't have a base on it, it was from the hull of the vehicle.
Yeah, correct.
Yes. Line of sight, however, is from any point of the model.
Any point. And I have a big grief about that one. So if you've made your model with spread eagles so you've got more
or a
things,
giant antenna or something.
Yeah. So I can see through my giant antenna your little pinky. I have issues.
Your disadvantage is you're easier to shoot.
True. It should be base to base or hull to hull.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean, I'm just like,
modeling.
it's very consistent currently. I have a huge issue with it where people are making non-standard models to gain line of sight advantage, or using models that are reposable to change their line of sight between phases.
I agree. It should be from base. I actually don't think that is the wording. I think it's just if you've got a gun sticking out, you can use.
You can target from any part of the model.
Any part of the model. So yeah, it should be base to base or hull to hull.
Yeah, it's not. That's not what the rules say.
No. But I agree with weapons facing. I understand why they changed it because the arguments are coming to play about firing arcs. Yeah. But a right sponsor should not be able to shoot left side.
I miss armor facings. Fuck
so do I.
Facings. I miss armor facings.
I miss armor facings too.
I've been in fights over armor facing too.
Yeah, weapon arcs and armor facings were one of the biggest sources of arguments I had in Apocalypse games.
Oh,
you know, I do not completely lament their part.
Yeah, like I mean, when it's a clear cut case, I'm sort of like okay, but the edge cases are the killer there, and they come up so frequently.
I don't like it. Yeah, sorry, Mike.
You go.
I don't like when they go, oh, my tank can see your left pinky, and you're like, how? You go, but I can see him.
Yeah.
I physically go, sure, no problems. Yep. But then the other side is the tank can see, the barrel can see this, but the gunner would not be able to see it. You know, you go, the weapon systems cannot see it, but the turret can. So technically, you wouldn't be able to fire it.
Weapon arcs themselves aren't accurate because weapon arcs are measured from the gun, and that's not how those things work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I think also
the Warlord
the fact
Titan, he's got the las cannons on the back that are back facing.
Yeah. The fact that now that a lot of vehicles now need to pivot, so facing makes a difference unless you're shooting.
Facing makes a difference in that you're presenting a wider target or covering your own models or potentially stopping your models from shooting their models past your own vehicle. Like, that's the main use of facing.
You can shoot through that.
No, not if you can't see through it. If your rhino if I put my rhino between your guys and my rhino completely blocks your line of sight to my guys, you can't shoot them.
Yeah, I've done that with Land Raiders in the past.
I remember that being in the past. Well, maybe I need to go back. Maybe we don't know it comes up very often with us.
Yeah, we don't really block out. We don't usually block it.
No, we don't. Maybe it just doesn't come up in our games. That's why I've just never.
It's not a super common tactic. I've had it done to me a lot in previous editions and years, but it is still a thing you can do.
And
Like,
if you're
'cause you have
very
line of
infantry
sight.
heavy, it might not even come up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
it's
may
more of a
hear
problem
a
with
dog
vehicles.
howling in the background. Someone's just come home. My dog's going nuts. So if you... Yep. Sorry. Go on. Looking at the chat, Black Sword. Oh no, 2-minute ad. Last thing I heard was Spread Eagle. But he's back, so it's okay. Joker, we just did a D6 for any facing issues in Heresy. Yeah. Again, that's the easiest way to resolve it, but there'll be passionate people who don't think that's going to be the resolve.
I prefer
yeah.
to do the Thunderdome. Yeah.
There are
Two
large
people
bases
into
for
one
Titans
base,
now. Should Land Raiders and other non-base models be moved to have bases? Good point. Some of look, Orc vehicles, all their buggies and stuff have got bases. So even the repulsors have bases.
Yeah,
Land
but that's
Raider
because they
doesn't.
fly. I don't know. Tanks with bases feels weird.
I agree.
Don't like them.
But I've got
Oh.
the repulsors and the
And they're fairly boxy, so it's not like it was ever an issue measuring from them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's a rectangle. You know.
Yeah, and the roll does say hull, so yeah, just make it a bigger hull.
Well, for measuring distances.
Yeah,
it's
measuring
whole, yeah.
distance, but measuring distance not from the gun point. Anyway,
Yeah, no, line of sight is from the gun point. Measuring distances is from the hull.
you can't have both.
Yes, you can, because they're different words.
No.
One is for measuring and one is for line of sight. They're totally different concepts.
No. So what do we think on that one?
Get your laser pointer.
Yeah, everyone has. Yeah, they get a Games Workshop laser pointer. It'll cost you $400. It'll be fine. So the vehicles. What have we thought? I agree. It should be base to base, hull to hull. Not my antenna can see your wing.
Yeah.
I do feel like extraneous pieces shouldn't count, and you shouldn't be able to move the model between phases. Like move the guns around or move the arms around.
All right.
Make it T-pose to get a better line of sight, you know.
Modular models, yeah. Just
Because
model
I
them like
know,
that. Yeah.
I know when you and I play, Greg, it's usually
Base to
can
base.
the base can the main part of the tank see the model?
Yeah.
Yes, they can. We don't sit back and go, well, the las cannon barrel can see
No.
these.
If I can see
No,
your
it's-
base, then you're inside. If you've got an arm hanging out that's overhanging your base, no, I've got to see your base. That's how we play, folks, and we can see that on Saturday night. Nice plug. You're welcome.
And I will be sober, which means,
Oh no!
oh shit, not nice, Adam.
Oh no!
Like, This rule is the main reason why whenever people talk about proxies, I always bring up the equivalent silhouette concept because of this rule. Because proxies that vary wildly from the basic silhouette completely change the way it operates in terms of line of sight and stuff like that.
Yeah. I got a few proxies, but I try and make them the right size. So that's why I've got a Demon Prince who's standing on a big rock, strategic rock, of course.
I think as
to make
long
them
as
right
they're
size.
the same size or bigger, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by I'm just copying and pasting the raw material and some of the spelling and the. Yeah. Anyway, he's not here. He can't complain. Number 8. Bring back terrain effects. Hazardous terrain and movement restrictions. Also, cover bonus need to be stackable. Oh, I don't know about that part.
I agree with 2/3 of this sentence.
The first part?
Yeah, I agree with bringing back terrain effects because I thought they were cool.
Yeah.
I agree with hazard and movement restrictions. I think but stackable cover was terrible.
Yeah, I disagree with that one. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right up until someone could ignore it.
Man, I remember rolling up to a tourney against us, getting a Space Marine opponent. We got a table full of ruins. He rolled the Warlord trait that gave him a bonus to his cover saves in ruins. His entire army had a 2+ save. And I was like, are you fucking kidding? Because he had scouts everywhere with camo cloaks in ruins with a ruins bonus.
Yeah.
And it was stupid as fuck.
No,
I
we'll
did
all
that,
agree
and
on
then
that
I
one.
played Eldar, and I got wiped off the map turn 2.
Yeah. But terrain effects...
So it didn't help.
Sorry. Terrain effects that has terrain... Absolutely. If you're running across the hazardous terrain, there should be a penalty. I remember when your vehicles go across hazardous terrain, you could hurt yourself.
Yep. And who didn't have a jetpack or 5 splat themselves?
The number of times I lost entire Terminator squads because of a teleport mishap.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one thing that I really liked about 10th edition is removing the ability for things to stack. Like the whole, this can never be taken beyond a +1 or a -1. Like I really like that rule.
Yeah. Yeah. You can counteract. So if I have 3 +1s and you've got 3 -2s, that's fine. It'd still be a +1 in the end. So you can counteract it, but I can't end up with a +2 or a +3. Yeah. So Joker's just jumped in and said, jump pack into a building, dangerous terrain, anyone's dead model. So you were just talking about that, Mark. The jetpacks in the terrain. Yeah. I agree. Dangerous terrain should come back. Terrain at the moment is very boring.
I really liked how rhinos were like the only vehicle that could like fix their tracks if they broke them.
Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. Because they're rhinos. That's what they do. I think that was a pretty easy one.
They're just tough.
That was an easy one. We all agree, apart from the stackable. Moving on. Anyone add any more?
No.
Number 9. Unit leaders need to be important again. Sergeants, for example, +1 leadership or gain an OC. I'm aware that not all units gave or have a leader. I'm assuming it's meant to be.
I sort of agree with that in a way.
So I've got 2 factions that have very different effects in the sergeants of each unit. Thousand Sun Sergeant is an aspiring sorcerer who is actually quite devastating compared to the rest of his group.
He's annoying.
Imperial Guard can't even have a gun. He's got a pistol and he's not allowed to have anything else.
Which is dumb because traditionally they could always replace it.
Correct.
Like there are some armies that they've really taken away any flavor from unit leaders.
Yeah. So
when I first started playing, you got a unit leader and a sergeant in the Space Marine squad.
So all my Catachan are power fists and bolters or power weapon bolters. But now
I've got
it's a sword and las
differently
pistol.
Equipped bloody Cadian sergeants because they could all have all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. So it's a mixed one. I don't know about the extra leadership or OC because they're part of the unit. You're not adding them to the unit.
I mean, traditionally, the sergeant had a +1 leadership so that if he died, your unit had worse leadership. Like, that's traditionally been a thing 40k did do.
And it is funny because when you do use a unit, unless it's 1,000 Suns, the first one I usually take off the field is the sergeant because he's useless compared to the rest.
I mean, I almost always keep him because Space Marines, he usually has an extra attack.
Oh, well, I'm talking about Imperial Guard. He's the most useless one.
Or he had the higher leadership and you didn't want to fail your morale check.
Yeah, multiple leadership.
Yeah, a bunch of armies I've played lately, they literally don't have a leader unit at all in the squad. They're just all the same.
1,000 Scientific Aspiring Sorcerer, Death Guard definitely have their version of Sergeant. You can have a power fist, a plague heavy weapon. The books now have changed it back to power fist. So he can change his weapons. Imperial Guard, nah. What else I got? Sergeant for the Chaos Knights, that'd be fun. Drakari, oh my god, the Succubus. No. Yeah, Drakari. No, they don't have anything special for their sergeant. I can't think of anything else. Difficult because I think it's a mix of armies do have a specialty.
Like cult units and stuff that didn't have leaders.
Yeah, the Witches don't have anything anymore. They don't have the special weapons that they made them good. So, yeah, their weapons are actually worse than the Cabal warriors in combat. Stupid. Don't let me get started.
So we all agree with that. Leaders should be more important.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Generally, yeah. There are some armies that already have that. I mentioned the Death Guard, and it's definitely 1,000 Suns. They definitely already have that. World Eaters, do they have anything special berserkers wise? No, maybe an extra attack.
They can have the bigger weapon, bigger axe.
Yeah, so they can change their weapons.
Yes, yeah, they can just change the weapons.
Yeah. So no, I think so. I also think warlords should be played a bit more important. So if I kill your warlord, that should mean something, but that's different.
Well, it used to, but yeah,
It used to.
Mm. I back in the day, that day when I played a fucking undead, if my warlord died, my army fell apart.
Yeah.
Literally.
In the chat, Sergeant had +1 attack as well from Joker. Black Sword, Space Marines carrying the power weapon. Yeah. If you have a character joining the unit, Sergeant can be replaced by a normal unit member. Oh, interesting. So instead of him becoming a sergeant because the leader's taken over, he's just a normal grunt. Interesting.
You there, boy. You are now just...
You've been demoted because I have the
you've been
biggest
demoted,
stick.
fuck boy.
You're no longer a brother.
Oh, just think of Death Guard. You can have 2 characters join them. It'd be fun, yeah. That's unfair.
All
right,
cool.
Up to the last one. The most controversial one there is. Dum, dum, dum,
I
dum,
agree
dum,
with
dum,
that
dum,
assessment.
dum, dum. Number 10. Maybe the most... He's even put it out to himself. Maybe the most contentious suggestion. Charge distance, bonus or negative, based on the movement of the unit. So if the unit only has a movement of up to 3, it's -1 to their charge. Movement of 4 to 8, no modifier. A movement of 9+, they get a +1 to their charge. Fast units should be better at charging.
I'll just put it out there. Faster units are better at charging already.
Yeah, because they get there
Because they're
quicker.
faster.
Yeah,
They will get next to you in one turn
correct.
and charge you.
Yeah.
And then if you shoot my berserkers, I get even closer to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just think this is unnecessary.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Like I've seen like Death Guard a perfect example of some of this is that you have these plodding units and then you give them a -1 to charge. Like
Yeah.
That's not a fun time.
Especially you try Deep Strike, and now it's no longer 9, it's now a 10-inch charge, and it just...
Yeah, and I mean, when you're moving a unit 3 inches per turn, like, you're barely ever going to get a charge in, ever.
Yeah.
Why are we penalising the charge at the end there?
Yeah,
You know.
I feel like the movement of the base unit is... Death Guard is slow because they are walking. Eldar are fast because they're not walking. They're jumping around like maniacs. So
Nids as an example, I move a unit 14 inches across the board.
Yeah.
I don't need a bonus. I don't need a 13-inch charge.
Yeah.
Because I'm 3 inches away from you because I'm in your grill.
Yeah.
Like,
So the follow-on to my Death Guard are walking,
And then
but
you roll 2
Eldar
ones.
are already running around. So when Death Guard decide to charge, that's when they decide to run. Now, Eldar are
they
already
break into
running.
charge.
They're going to run a little bit more. Yeah,
You've seen a zombie movie. They're slow. Then you're near them and they go, run!
And see, the thing is that also some of these fast units already have bonuses to charge. Like again, I come back to Nids. Kraken. No, was it Kraken? I can't remember. There was one of the Hive fleets that you could pick, and it would give you roll 3 dice and pick the highest 2.
Yeah.
And that was your charge. And you can do stuff like that even.
Some fast units they can reroll a failed one.
Yeah.
A bunch of the Emperor's Children can advance and still charge. So they're, with their fucking 7-inch movement, they're moving like very long distances.
Yeah.
And then charging you.
I mean, I had Gene Stealers regularly advancing 40 inches across the table into someone's grill. Like it was insane.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think
I've
the ones
seen-
who can move fast or are quicker at the combat are already built into their stat lines to reflect that, including jetpack assault Marines, because they got a jetpack. They're moving faster.
Oh, that'd be
Especially with-
scary. Jetpack Terminators.
I know. It's a bloody big
Oh, yeah, I'm
jetpack.
just like with the smaller tables. I don't think units need to be faster. Like,
No.
there's so many like first turn charges these days.
Oh yeah, that was the other things. No more alpha strikes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And we definitely don't need the slower units being made slower.
No, you use Death Guard, and they're not a shooty army because they're mainly bolters and stuff. So they just weather the storm, not wither it, weather the storm until they can actually touch you inappropriately. So to make them penalised even further. Oh man.
They even carry
Yeah.
the teddy bear so they can point where they're going to touch you.
Yeah, I think he missed it on this one. The other ones are okay, but yeah. Man, I feel like this was a match he had where all of his Blood Angels failed their charges. Yeah.
yeah. This feels like I think my Blood Angel Assault Marines should be faster.
Yeah. Joker's just pointing out he can have jetpack dreadnoughts in the Heresy Blood Angels.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild shit in the Heresy. I miss Heresy.
There you go, Joker. If you're over down this way, there's someone here who wants to play Heresy. Actually, I got
Is that a jetpack or a drop pod?
Yeah.
Is that a drop pod on your dreadnought, or are you just happy to see me?
Joker's also pointed out with regard to the characters. Another missing for characters is the challenges. Do you mean like
I
the
was actually going to.
assassinate
Like
sort of challenge or the
was
issue a
gonna-
challenge?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he means the issuing of challenges.
Which is still in the
I was going to
game.
bring up that's the advantage of keeping the sergeant.
Yeah, because that is still in the game. The issue the challenge.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's a CP.
Oh, that doesn't count.
It's a CP issue the challenge, which just makes that your character now have precision, so you can attack.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to say no. I refuse to take the challenge. It's just it makes you get precision.
Because that was the whole
Oh.
point of having the sergeant. Because the sergeant accepted the challenge, and then the guy
Yeah.
wasted all his attacks on the sergeant. And then you ate his unit.
Yeah, that is a normal CP, isn't it? You've got me-
I don't remember it, to be honest. I've literally
I
never
don't
used it and
remember it.
never had it used on me.
Oh, I've never used it. Come on. I'm sure it's a generic. There we go. We're looking. No, fight phase. Epic challenge. 1 CP. When a character unit
Yeah,
from your
okay.
army is within engagement range, you can attack. It gets precision. Yeah, 1 CP.
Against another character.
Well, precision allows you to hit the characters. Yeah. So it gives you the keyword precision for that turn. There you go. So you can actually issue a challenge. But yeah. The other guy doesn't get the chance to run away. and say
If the
no.
leaders aren't important, why would you want to do that?
Because you'll be going against the captain who's in that group, not so much I'm going to
Yeah,
kill the sergeant.
It lets you. It
Well,
means
actually-
that they can't put all the wounds onto their bodyguard unit.
Yeah, the Thousand Suns would make sense because you want to kill this Brian sorcerer. So,
Yeah, okay.
is he a character though?
But I mean, are you going to
Foreign
do that?
champion,
I
no.
don't think he's a character. No, he's not a character.
No, it's just your character models
Yeah.
that give you, while the unit
You
is attached to that.
Yeah. Issue challenge is the epic character fight. Yeah, so they're 1 CP. That is, you can do that, Joker, in the game currently. Black Sword's written a lot of words. One moment. Do you think 11th edition needs to get rid of these 2025 chapter-approved mission cards? Make it free downloads. The second objective cards could this be a roll on the chart instead of having to draw it for a very expensive set of cards? Was it last edition they had the objective cards were dice if you didn't have... They were in the Codex themselves, so they did have...
Yeah, they did have a chart or something you
Yeah.
went against, didn't they?
They did. And so you didn't have to buy the
Yeah,
cards.
there
it
was-
was in the back of the rule
there
book,
was
so you
something
could
like
roll
that.
the 2d6. Or the D66, as they call it.
I would like to see the objective markers come back with numbers.
Oh, so I need to take objective marker 1.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. And it was randomly placed. You know, you sit back. I know that we've chat, but you sit back going with the tactical objectives. You know, what we had the last edition was take objective 2, and you're like, oh, that's over
Leviathan
the other
has
table.
that. Is that not in the new set
No.
edition?
No, it'll be take something in no man's land or attempting target where the other person gets to determine which one it is, or take your enemy's deployment zone one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah. It still has
the numbers is gone.
Yeah.
But but there was nothing. It was really good when you drew the card and go, take objective 2, and you're like, where's objective 2?
And you see the 400 knights standing on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like,
it was frustrating to draw when you drew a fistful of cards for, I need to get stuff that's over there.
Yeah.
And your opponent was like, okay, my cards are all in my deployment. Cool.
Yeah.
But that's the joy, the randomness of the cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I can see why they got rid of that. It was very swingy.
Yeah, I actually like the objective cards at the moment. I think they're quite, well, I don't like action ones, but I don't want to action. I want to shoot. But I think they're doing pretty all right with them. I don't like the fact they're going to try and replace them every 12 months because they're going to get very bland and very stupid because otherwise they're just going to do the same ones over and over again with a different word.
Yeah.
How many different deployment zones can you do? That's still got to maintain the tournament happiness. Yeah. Anyway, that's different. So there you go, Black Sword. We gave our opinion, and we are right. I don't think they'll get rid of the cards. That's a money maker for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of profit motive.
But there are alternatives to use buying the cards. There are apps out there that will have them in there and there's websites also have them as well. If you want to know what they are, pay me and I'll tell you. No. we use them. We use the app, one of the tabletop apps, which is very handy. My cards did arrive, by the way. I did get the cards in the end.
I bet I did leave my cards at your place, so I can't remember.
Yeah, they're here. Yeah. I got 2 sets. I'm going to stack my deck. What I'd hate to see is it becomes a deck building game.
Yeah, that was one of the things about the new Necromunda that kind of annoyed me. You got tactics cards, and it got a bit deck buildy.
Yeah. No, I like the randomness of what am I going to pull? Fucking Locust. That's the worst one of the lot, by the way, established Locust. Blacksmith, essentially taking less resources and materials to a game or tournament. That's what I'm hoping. Less money on paper, more money on plastics. Yeah, it would be interesting if they added it to their Warhammer app. I think that's the one thing that is probably missing from their app. And they charge people for that. So that's maybe a way they could go. Yeah, I agree. If you don't have to take as much stuff, makes it easier. Yeah. All right. That is Anthony's top 10 things he thinks should change for 10th edition. I think we had a good positive opinions on most, except number 10. He's nuts. Obviously that was his 4th beer. I'd like to know what you guys think of that. I think we are on the money for most of them. I think he did a good job. I think most of them have valid points.
As I said, I think in some of his solutions he might go a bit too far, but I don't agree in principle that some of these things need to be worked on.
Yeah. So I didn't post number 1 in chat, so people who missed that one, I'll just put it to you now. It will change your whole opinion.
I think I agree with that. Many of them need refining at the very least.
Yeah, and hopefully with the 11th edition a few months away, that it's not an overhaul, that it is tweaking and some of these things should be considered, are considered, but as long as they don't go too crazy. This is the edition of
going crazy.
Yeah. Well, they're going, how can we get more dollars out of changing the rules, right?
Yeah, I have a bad feeling that they're going to do a Codex reset, though, because they've done it with both 2nd and 3rd Heresy. They've done it with 9th and 10th.
There was one edition we could use our old codexes until the new ones come out.
5th or 6th?
No, I never played 5th or 6th. It was 7th to 8th or 8th to 9th.
Not since 8th. Not since 8th, man.
I think 8th and 9th until the Codex came out.
You could use your old ones. Yeah.
No, because 9th they released was when they started the free
that was the
indexes,
index.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So it must have been 7th to 8th that you could use your 7th Codex.
No,
to
because
8th?
7th was a completely different
Oh,
game
yeah,
system.
it was. That detachment.
7th was like Heresy.
Yeah.
Like 8th was a
As I said,
massive reset.
I remember.
Yeah, 8th was the
talking to
reset. 10
people.
was a big reset. 9 was in the middle somewhere. But they did bring those indexes out. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Through 4th, 5th, and 6th, that I know there was some Codex recycling there because there was like Chaos Space Marines didn't get a Codex for
Forever.
like,
Oh, look,
yeah.
editions.
before, because that was the big thing with 8th edition, right? Before 8th edition, there were no Codex resets, right? You got from 3rd to like 8th, the codexes stayed until the new codex came out because there was a bunch of editions where armies didn't get a codex.
Yeah.
They just had to keep using the previous one.
It's a bit harsh.
That happened for multiple armies across multiple editions. I think the Dark Angels didn't get a 5th edition codex, for example.
All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Like that.
90 minutes into this, we should stop and go away and do other
Yes.
things more exciting. But that was good. I enjoyed that one. That was a good debate. Thank you for everyone joining. Thank you for the comments. If you are watching this later on YouTube, put your comments on what you think of the top 10 things to change in the comment section. That's on YouTube. It's a bit harder on Twitch, but, draw on your screen. Who knows? Say goodnight, Mark.
Good night, Mark.
Say goodnight, Adam.
Good, Adam.
I'll say goodnight. Oh, don't forget, Saturday coming up this week. We are streaming a game of 40k. We don't know who's playing what, but we know it's Adam and myself. We don't know what factions is what I was trying to say. That's all I can say.
Imperial Guard.
Imperial Guard. Oh my god, I thought about it, but it's an army that if I want it to be good, I have to buy a Rogal Dawn.
Just don't.
I don't. I haven't. I refuse to.
Bukhari and Imperial Guard. There you go.
Oh my god. Stop hurting me. All right, let's get out of here. Until next time, folks, be good to each other, and I'll leave it to Radio Mike to get us out of here.
Oh yay! Cast your eyes upon this shit. Thou shalt hear and obey our 10 commandments. Or don't. I mean, I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. But what I can tell you to do is join us next month for more Wobbly Player Syndrome.